Hello guys, today we're going to build an animal care center for young and big animals. Here are the animals. Now let's see what animals we have here. Here's a big kangaroo, and here's a young kangaroo or joey. Here's a big Asian elephant, and here's a young Asian elephant. Next we have a young zebra, and here is a big zebra. Next, here is a big meerkat. And here is a baby meerkat. Here is a big tapir. And here's a small or young tapir. Here's a big koala. And here's a young koala or joey. Here's a big panda. And here's a baby panda or a cub. Here's a big emu. And here's a small or young emu. We have a baby or young giraffe. And here's a big giraffe. We have some more animals. Let's see what we have here. Here's a young African elephant. And here's a big African elephant. Next, we have a young wildebeest. And here's a big wildebeest. Here's a big chimpanzee carrying a young chimpanzee. Here's a big gazelle. And here's a baby gazelle. Next, we have a baby gorilla. And here's a big gorilla. Here's a young raccoon. And here's a big raccoon. Here's a big deer. And here's a young deer or a fawn. We have a young moose. And here's a big moose. Here's a big hippo. And here's a young hippo. Here's a young African rhinoceros. And here's a big African rhinoceros. Next, we have an Indian rhinoceros. Here's a baby or a young one, and here's a big one. And lastly, we have a big camel. And here's a young camel. Next, I'm going to show you some Playmobil forest animals. Here we have some ducks. Geese. Flamingos. Scorpions. Giant anteater. Swans. Snakes. Butterflies. Rabbits. Birds. Marmots. Frog. Meerkats. Otters. Hedgehogs. Owl. Sloth. Woodpecker. Mole. Turtles. Koalas. Tapirs. Lemurs. Ocelot. Raccoons. Beavers. Foxes. Bobcats. Giant pandas. Red pandas. Guinea pigs. Squirrels. Crows. Spider monkeys. Deer. Moose. Ibex. Bison. Gorillas. Orangutans. chimpanzees, leopards, tigers, black panther, and we have wild boars.